On July 2nd, Galaxy Ace and its special cargo of 25 satellite-tagged juvenile loggerhead turtles departed Japan to cross the Pacific Ocean. Somewhere in the northeastern Central Pacific Ocean, the ship will slow down and the turtles will be released. The release location will depend somewhat on water temperature, weather, and the desired latitude and longitude for the release. During the trip, the loggerhead turtles are kept in a climate-controlled room in individual containers. The ship, as it moves across the Pacific Ocean, is often joined by seabirds like this brown booby, dolphins hoping for a ride on a bow wave, and the occasional pelagic juvenile loggerhead turtle floating in the waves. The juvenile turtles on board are kept in containers with about 6 inches of fresh seawater so that they can remain hydrated and can be fed. This seawater must be changed daily with fresh seawater. Here the crew flushes out the seawater lines to get clean, fresh seawater that is stored in special containers for the turtles. Every day, Masanori Mori of the Port of Nagoya Public Aquarium and Noah Yamaguchi, a graduate student from Kochi University, take the turtles outside to clean them and their containers. Each loggerhead is taken out of its container and placed on the deck. They are placed on the deck so they can get a little bit of exercise outside of their container. Each container is then drained of old water. Fresh seawater is taken by bucket and put into the container for each of the turtles. After the turtles' containers are filled with fresh seawater, it is time for the loggerheads to be placed back into their containers and moved back into the climate-controlled room where they will be fed. Of course, the area must be scrubbed down and squeegeed after each cleaning cycle. After 8 days at sea, the ship was in an area that met all of the criteria for release. That is, temperature is good, calm weather, and the scientifically recommended release point. The turtles' home was on the top deck of the ship, and they must all be moved down to a lower deck where they can be released individually by basket. On the day of the release, all 25 loggerheads are moved out onto the deck and the water is drained from their containers. Then they are carefully transported individually with the help of the crew down to the lower deck where there is access to the outside much nearer the waterline. All 25 turtles in their containers are lined up in the gangway area, and the special basket that will be used for the release of each turtle is prepared. With the release basket and lowering lines ready, Noah places the first loggerhead turtle in the basket. The captain slows down the ship prior to release, and when ready, the bridge will signal the release crew that they can proceed with the release. The basket is carefully lowered to the water surface, and then the line attached to the bottom of the basket is pulled upward, turning the basket over and sliding the turtle out into the water. The drop to the water is about 2 feet and doesn't hurt the turtle. At first, the little loggerhead is a bit confused, I'm sure wondering what just happened. But it slowly swims off and seems fine. The whole process is repeated 25 times until all 25 of the little juvenile loggerhead turtles are released safely into the ocean to begin their journey. After the final release, congratulations and thank yous were expressed, and everyone was relieved to have successfully completed the release of the 25 satellite-tagged juvenile loggerhead turtles. The turtles were now free to begin their life in their natural environment and to let us know where they would go based on the satellite signals they would each send back to us over the next 250 days or so. This release was the beginning of the stretch experiment, where we look at the movements of this first cohort of loggerhead turtles to see how many of them, if any, will make their way towards Baja California. Since their release on July 11, 2023, and as of December 25, 2023, the 25 juvenile loggerheads have traveled great distances following temperature gradients and food resources. At the end of the satellite tag's battery life, the turtles have seemingly taken 2 general paths. 7 of them have migrated to the southeast, with several of them reaching the North American continent and Baja California. 16 of them moved south to southwest. We were very excited to see that a number of them did move southeast, which is the expectation based on the thermal corridor hypothesis that we are testing. If you would like to know more about this experiment, please visit loggerheadstretch.org for an in-depth discussion. On behalf of the Stretch Research Team, we wish to express our sincere gratitude to Mitsui OSK Lines and to the captain and crew of the Galaxy Ace for making this important research possible.